Y'all, remember in school, my hair looks crazy. Remember when we were in school and this, you always knew it was like the day for dissections in science class because you could smell the formaldehyde like through the halls. Gosh, I remember it. So today I was reading about formaldehyde. Obviously, we all know it's a carcinogen. And if you don't know what a carcinogen is, you should look that up. But it's basically anything that could cause cancer. So I was reading today in a 2011 study, actually, done by, my hair looks crazy because it's been in a bun all day. A 2011 study done by the National Toxicology Program. Can I go? I'm in a school zone. I'm reading a book, talking on a video. This is probably illegal, totally. But I'm not holding my phone, so here we are. So it says in a 2011 National Toxicology Program, they named formaldehyde as a known human carcinogen. High concentrations of formaldehyde have been shown to damage DNA and cause cancerous changes in cells in lab studies. Although vaccine manufacturers claim they use safe levels of formaldehyde in vaccines, many vaccines on the CDC schedule of vaccinations for infants and children contain the toxin, including these ones: the flu, pertussis, which is whooping cough, meningococcal meningitis, Haemophilus influenza type B, hepatitis A, hepatitis B, and polio. Seriously? Okay, if you were given formaldehyde to eat at a toxic level, I feel like any level is toxic, but I'm pretty sure there's levels of like minuscule levels of formaldehyde in some foods. But if you were given it to eat, or given it and said, here, you need to feed this to your child, would you give it to them? Would you? Why would you not give it to them? Think critically here. Insert thinking cap. Logic. Okay, so if you would not feed it to them, why on earth would you inject it into their bloodstream, bypassing all mucous membrane immune fighting tools that our bodies have, like processes? Why would you do that? What makes people think that that is safe? What makes people think that that is going to protect them or their children or whoever from disease? What makes people think that that's okay? I just want to know, where's the logic in that? These pokey things are full of chemicals that are carcinogenic. They're toxic. Our bodies and our lives are so bombarded with toxins in our environment already as it is. I mean, our food, our water, our air, these cell phones, cars we're driving now, radiation is literally everywhere. Cell phone towers, you name it, airports, airplanes, travel, anything. We're bombarded. And yeah, you might think, well, you know, I got those pokes growing up and I'm okay. Well, guess what? If you're my age, I'm in my late 30s. You were born probably in the 80s, obviously, or before that. In the late 80s, there was a bill passed that basically exempted all vaccine manufacturers from any lawsuits held against them for anybody who had, any kind of injuries from these shots. So if you put 2 and 2 together, since the late 80s, early 90s, the schedule has gone up tremendously. Before a kid turns 18, they have 72 doses of vaccinations given to them. That's unbelievable. And you might think, oh, well, I've given my kid this many and that many, and they're okay. Are they though? Like, our bodies can only take so much of a toxic load until we reach our tipping point, and that's when symptoms arise. You may not think that chronic ear infections, chronic migraines, constipation, diarrhea, mood swings, and all these issues are related to the toxins that we're exposed to, but guess what they are? They're not just stages. Like, our bodies can only take so much. So next time you want to pump some toxic soup into your body or your kid's body, maybe you ought to do a little research and think twice. And that's non-judgmental. That is fully my heart and passion, speaking the truth. And if you can make that informed decision, like with a peace of mind and no fear, then by all means, do what you think is best for you and your family. But if after you do your research and you learn what these things are, what these things contain, and how our bodies actually fight illness and disease, and how our bodies are designed to heal themselves, and you can consciously, in good conscience, still do it, that's on you. Everybody has their own choice to make here. But I think the problem is that many of us are not educated on these things. We're just told, like, this is what you do. You go to the doctor, you do these well checks, whatever you want to call them, and you just do what you're told. Question everything. I'm telling you, you don't want to regret something that could have been prevented. I promise.